Today, we'll be talking about a scam that history didn't get to talk about. The scam of the Eiffel Tower that was sold twice. Adam, tell us in detail the story of Lustig who sold the Eiffel Tower twice.
In 1925, Victor Lustig, a con artist with a magnetic personality and a history of elaborate frauds, learned about the dire maintenance costs associated with the Eiffel Tower. Seeing an opportunity, he forged government stationery and posed as a high-ranking official from the Ministry of Posts and Telegraphs. He invited the city's top scrap metal dealers to a confidential meeting at a prestigious hotel. During the meeting, he convinced them that the tower was too costly to maintain and that the government had decided to sell it for scrap. He swore them to secrecy, and one dealer, eager to establish his reputation, paid a substantial bribe and the purchase price. Lustig fled to Austria with the cash, but realizing the victims were too ashamed to report the crime, he returned to Paris to attempt to scam a second time. This time, however, the victims were suspicious, and he was forced to flee to the United States.
How did Lustig use this concept of exclusivity and confidentiality to bypass the crucial thinking of experienced businessmen?
Lustig used exclusivity to make the businessmen feel like they were being offered a rare, privileged opportunity, which made them act quickly to secure it. By demanding strict confidentiality, he prevented them from discussing the deal with others who might have been more skeptical and could have exposed the scam.
Hmm. Why was the forged government stationery so effective in establishing authority? And what does this tell us about nature of trust in bureaucratic systems? Yeah.
The forged stationery was effective because it mimicked the official seals, logos, and formats that people associate with legitimate government authority. It shows that trust in bureaucratic systems can be quite superficial, often relying on the appearance of authenticity rather than verifying the actual source or validity of the information.
Okay. How did Lustig leverage the victim's fear of public embarrassment to ensure they wouldn't report the crime? And why is this a common tactic in high stakes fraud?
Lustig leveraged the victim's fear by swearing them to secrecy, framing the sale as a clandestine and exclusive government deal. If they reported the theft, they would not only admit to being scammed, but also expose their own involvement in what they believed was an improper or unethical transaction.
Good. At what point does an opportunity become too good to be true? How could the scrap metal dealers have verified the government's claim before handing over their money?
An opportunity generally becomes too good to be true when it offers immense profit with unusual secrecy, speed, or pressure to act before you can conduct proper research. To verify the claim, the dealers could have contacted the government ministry directly through official public channels, checked for any public auctions or legal decrees authorizing the sale, or consulted with independent legal and industry experts.
So, guys, given how easily Lustinger manipulated this businessman, which do you believe was more reasonable for the success of the con? Lusting's psychological manipulation or the victim's own greed and desire for social status? If you have any answer to these questions or you have any comments, please feel free to put it on the comment section. Let's keep the record alive.